what's the difference between that ghost and me?
No, wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me! Don't tell me! I can do this! Don't tell me! Don't tell me! Okay, tell me.
Link Aggregation Control Protocol is an IEEE standard that makes link aggregation possible. And if you don't know what link aggregation is, well, you're about to find out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the nuts and bolts of Link Aggregation Control Protocol, or LACP for short. If you've ever wondered how multiple Ethernet links can be combined into a single, powerful, logical link, then stick around, this video is for you. But we're not going to be talking about the configuration today. We're instead going to be exploring how LACP actually operates under the hood, including the importance of timers, how it interacts, or doesn't interact, with other protocols like VLANs, and the considerations that you should keep in mind when dealing with real-world scenarios. LACP operates in two modes, active and passive, and you best remember that at least one side of that link should have an active node. An active device will send out LACP messages, and these are called LACP PDUs. These are used to initiate and maintain the aggregation. Passive mode, on the other hand, is lazy, and it is more of a wait-and-see approach. It doesn't really do anything other than respond to the LACP PDUs when they are received. It's like that mother-in-law of yours. Now, it's crucial to remember that at least one side of that connection, which is what I mentioned earlier, has to be in active mode for LACP to do its job. If both sides are passive, nothing happens. The aggregation doesn't form and you're left wondering why your links aren't working together like your parents' marriage 20 years ago. But an interesting point to consider is if you're dealing with unreliable links, maybe like due to bandwidth, or maybe one of them is a radio point-to-point link, maybe one of them is potentially bad fiber or a bad SFP module, you might find that passive mode actually reduces the frequency of LACP negotiation attempts, which could be beneficial in some cases. Let's take a look at an actual packet capture to see LACP in action. Here, we have an actor state for a port that's part of an LACP negotiation. As you can see in this capture, the LACP activity is marked as active. The timeout is set to long timeout, and the aggregation is aggregatable. But notice the synchronization flag. It's marked as in sync, and this means that the port is successfully synchronized with its partner. The collecting and distributing flags are both enabled, indicating that this port is actively participating in an aggregated link. This is a textbook example of LACP working correctly. Sorry, too much caffeine. However, as we'll discuss next, the choice of the timer can negatively and significantly impact how well the synchronization holds up under stress. Now let's talk about LACP timers. I've broke this configuration once or twice, and I finally got it working. It's probably because it's running in an environment that's less than ideal, and it's only got one core for this virtual environment right now, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, an often overlooked but crucial part of LACP's operation is the timers. LACP uses timers to determine how often it sends LACP PDUs and how quickly it considers a link down if it doesn't receive a response. A scenario that I found on Reddit that was actually interesting was that the user was experiencing issues with LACP timeouts on one of their switches, and they had set the LACP timer to fast, which of course sends LACP PDUs every second and expects a response within 3 seconds. Because of network congestion or tail drops on their DSL line or something, the switch was failing to receive LACP PDUs in time, causing frequent drops. The user considered switching to the slow timer, which sends LACP PDUs every 30 seconds and has a timeout of 90 seconds. This would give the switch more time to receive LACP PDUs before declaring that the link is actually down, reducing those chances of a false alarm. However, there's a trade-off. With slower timers, a bad link could go undetected for up to 90 seconds, potentially causing a temporary black hole for the traffic. So you need to decide, do you want quick failover with the risk of an occasional false positive, or a slower, more stable link aggregation? You might be wondering, why not just configure everything statically? Static lags, as you saw on the SpongeBob clip in the beginning of this video. Well, static link aggregation can be simpler because it doesn't involve dynamic negotiation, but that simplicity comes with a trade-off. I'm fairly certain that Cisco's CDP actually helps with static lags, but, LACP is dynamic, and it offers fault tolerance. If one of the links in the aggregation fails, LACP will automatically remove it from the group, keeping your network running smoothly with the remaining links. That's more useful in my opinion, because you don't have to worry about accidentally adding another interface or forgetting that interface, or maybe even that interface is just unstable. A static lag would introduce more issues if you had a larger environment. In summary, LACP is a powerful protocol. It ensures your network can handle higher loads and survive link failures by combining multiple physical links into a single logical one. Remember, the key to making LACP work is in the settings. Make sure that your system IDs, keys, LACP modes, and timers are aligned. And, of course, choose the right approach between static and dynamic aggregation depending on your needs. Also, keep in mind, LACP doesn't give a about VLANs or other attributes. It focuses purely on the physical links. And as we've seen from real-world scenarios, sometimes the best solution is to adjust your timers and even reconsider whether LACP is the right tool for the particular situation. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth networking tutorials. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.